What's up, guys? Back again with another UFC Fight Picks video on the Ultimate Fighter Finale 25, Johnson versus Gaethje. So I'm gonna be giving you guys my picks here for the FS1 Prelims. So let's go ahead and get started here. So first fight on the FS1 Prelims, we got Jessica I versus Aspen Ladd, which is a fun fight right off the bat. We got two girls, both of them like to strike, both of them got good boxing, so should be a fun fight. Let's go ahead and open up their pages real quick. So here's Jessica's page. So 11-6 record. So her record's not looking too good right now, and I find it kind of funny that they put consistency in her summary when she's actually on a fucking 4-5 losing streak. I don't really think that's consistent, unless it's like consistently losing or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I like her style though. She's always fun to watch. I picked her a few times, and she's been losing, so obviously that's not good. But yeah, in her last fight against Kohea, I picked Jessica I, and of course, she loses, but it's a split decision loss. A lot of people thought Jessica I should have won, but either way, it's a close fight, and Kohea comes out with the win. Now about Aspen Ladd though, so she's making her UFC debut. Record is 5-0. She's kind of a prospect, obviously undefeated and whatnot. A lot of people would classify her as a prospect. Let's see what we got here. So obviously we can't see her recent fights, but it says right here all 5 pro fights have been in Invicta FC. She's won out of those 5 fights. She's won 3 of them by knockout, 1 win by submission, and her last fight she actually went to decision against I forgot who the girl's name was. I think the girl's name was like Sibara Eubanks or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, she was able to beat the girl up or whatever. Yeah, this girl shows some good boxing, good pressure, always moving forward is what I really like about this girl. She's always moving forward. She's never moving backwards. So a lot of people, I think in the commentary, they were kind of saying she kind of like reminds people of like Sarah Kaufman, and it's funny because Jessica I actually fought Kaufman right here, as you guys could see. She actually got outstruck based on stats, but that fight turned into a no contest. But I think Jessica I is the one that came out winning the fight. But yeah, they were kind of saying, oh yeah, she kind of looks like Sarah Kaufman because of her boxing and whatnot. So we know both these girls are good boxers. I don't know, man. It's a very hard fight to pick. I think Aspen Ladd here is the favorite though. I think she's like a slight favorite, but she is the favorite. I mean, just the guy's on a long fucking losing streak, man. It's pretty easy to counter out. I mean, Aspen Ladd's pretty good, guys. I kind of like her style. Like I said, she's always moving forward. This is right here. I love to pressure opponents into the canvas. Like, she's pretty much always moving forward. And she also has a purple belt in BJJ. I mean, she does have that win by submission and whatnot. So for sure, I'd say she's more well-rounded than Jessica I. So maybe she can mix it up and maybe even go to the ground. Maybe get a takedown or 2 in the fight. But like I said, I kind of expect the fight to be out more on the feet. I don't know if Jessica I could keep up with her output, because against Kohea, someone that also wanted to stand up with her, even though she landed 3 more significant strikes, she still lost the fight. Who else actually stood up with her for a good amount? Like against Leslie Smith, well, that was she hit her pretty cleanly on that ear, and how that fight got stopped or whatever. Against Miesha Tate, she was doing well on the feet, but then Tate obviously got her to the ground and whatnot. I mean, it's gonna be a fun fight. It's a very hard fight to pick, guys. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the newcomer. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Aspen Ladd, and I think she's probably gonna win by decision. As far as DraftKings, they don't got any prices out yet. I don't know why. I mean, it's fucking Wednesday night, and they still haven't released no fucking prices on DraftKings. Usually I kind of go by the prices, so I don't know. I mean, I might pick Jessica I on DraftKings if she's cheaper, because I know Ladd probably ain't gonna finish her. But anyways, that's a DraftKings video. But yeah, guys, just as a straight pick, I'll go ahead and pick Aspen Ladd by decision. Next fight, Ed Herman versus CB Dollaway. CB Dollaway, I mean. Open up their pages real quick. These guys were at 185. Now they're at 205. I'm guessing they're tired of cutting weight. Ed Herman got finished in his last fight against Krylov. Of course, Krylov's a beast. Before that, he actually got a 2nd round knockout against Tim Boetsch, which is actually kind of impressive. Tim Boetsch is kind of hard to finish. But anyways, That's his recent fights. Dollaway, good wrestler, same as Ed Herman. This guy's on a 3-fight losing streak and actually got knocked out against Nate Marquardt. A lot of people were picking Dollaway in that fight because Dollaway, has the wrestling, has shown improved boxing, but he just ended up getting clipped. And of course, Marquardt still has power. So I mean, there's that. There's no shame in that. Before that, against Michael Bisping, that was actually a fight in which, well, he got outstruck, but he didn't look too horrible in that fight. Against Machida, he got finished, I think, with a body kick. But yeah, this guy has really good wrestling, and like I said, Herman has wrestling also, but I think Herman has, way better submissions, as we could see there. 14 wins by submission, 9 arm bars, a key lock, rear naked choke, triangle choke. But this guy's chin, I would say is worse, and I'd say Alloway has the better striking. So I'm going to go with the overall better striker, and I would say not the more well-rounded, but I just feel like, he's just the better fighter here in this matchup. So I'm going to go ahead and pick CB Dollaway. I think CB Dollaway gets the, I could see a finish here. So I'd say Dollaway bounces back from this, 3-5 losing skid. He doesn't have a lot of knockouts in his record. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say fuck it. He's going to get a 3rd round knockout. It's going to make it a dirty fight. And yeah, gets the finish in the 3rd. So Dollaway, 3rd round knockout. Alright, now this fight just barely got added. That's why I've been kind of lagging on making this video, guys, because, well, we were still waiting for the, who's going to be in the finale or whatnot. I just watched that show a couple hours ago. But anyways, we got James Krause versus Tom Galluccio. Of course, if you guys are familiar with the Ultimate Fighter or, the TUF 25 show, you guys would know who both of these guys are. Let's go ahead and open up their pages here. So we got Krause. I think a lot of you guys are familiar with this guy. This guy already actually was in the UFC. That's why he has a picture on there. Alright, sorry about that. Drinking some water. Anyways, pretty decent record. Tall for the weight class. He was actually at 155. Now I guess, he's going to be fighting at 170, I guess. Anyway, summary, striking and unorthodox BJJ. He was actually on a 2-fight win streak. Beat Darren Cruikshank, 1st round submission. And then against Shane Campbell, won by decision. What else? Well, that's kind of it. Galluccio, 19-10 record, wrestling BJJ. That's pretty much what I would describe him as. 13 wins by submission though. 12 rear naked chokes, man. This guy has a fucking shit ton of rear naked choke wins, and a triangle win. So yeah, this guy, pretty much Galluccio is kind of like a Maya. He wants to take you down. He wants to work for that rear naked choke. And yeah, obviously he wants that finish on the ground. Wants to fight on the ground. So Krause, in his last fight that we saw, well, in the TUF 25 show against Jesse Taylor, he looked pretty flat. Didn't really do much. Got taken down, got controlled. Taylor was just all over, just beating him up on the ground. And Taylor ended up choking him out in the 3rd round. So Krause, we know this guy's a good grappler, good submission game, just like Galluccio. Except Krause has a way better stand-up game. Also some good volume, as you guys can see there by the strikes landed per minute. So I would say Krause should be able to win the fight. Like, of course, Galluccio could maybe take him down and maybe get a submission, but, I don't think Galluccio's takedowns are even close to being as good as Jesse Taylor's, man. Galluccio, first of all, he looks like a small 170 pounder. He looks like a 155er. And yeah, he doesn't look like he really has like really good takedowns, explosive takedowns to take Krause down. And I think even though Krause's takedown defense didn't look too good against Jesse Taylor, I think it should look much more improved over Galluccio, a guy who I would say doesn't really have the best takedowns. So I'm going to go ahead and pick James Krause in this one. Hopefully he doesn't let me down. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the favorite. I mean, it makes sense. So yeah, I'm picking Krause here. I could see him maybe getting like a TKO finish, or maybe him just winning by decision, just kind of coasting it. I don't think he's going to tap out Galluccio. It's going to be hard to tap him out. I just think he's going to be on the feet trying to outpoint him. So, yeah, let's go ahead and say Krause wins by decision. All right, now for the featured fight on the FS1 Prelims. We got Angela Hill versus Ashley Yoder. Open up their pages real quick. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with Angela Hill. Well, if you guys, keep up with, the UFC, female fighters. So yeah, she's a striker, good multi. Actually did not look too bad in her last fight, even though she lost. Obviously, as you guys can see here, her last fight was against Jessica Andrade. She actually netted almost 90 significant strikes there pretty much against Andrade. But, I mean, Andrade's pretty hittable. But either way, you know, she had good output. So, you know, that's pretty good for DraftKings there. But, of course, like I said, Andrade hittable, and she kept on moving forward. So, I mean, of course you're going to be able to hit her and whatnot. Yeah, she lost the fight. I mean, she didn't look horrible in the fight, though. Let's just say that. You know, she's like a technical multi-fighter. Good stand-up, takedown defense, improving. That's pretty much all I really got to say about her. For Ashley Yoder, they classify her as well-rounded. She's going to have the reach advantage here. She's about 4 inches taller. And she got 5-inch reach advantage. So that's going to be a lot, you know. That's going to be a pretty good advantage there for her. So yeah, this girl's 5'2". Her last fight was against Justine Quiche. As you know, we kind of just saw her fight against Felice Harry again. You know, we already know how that turned out. Anyways, Quiche was able to beat this girl, but some people argued that Yoder should have won the fight or something like that. But anyways, yeah, it looks like, you know, she had a takedown in the fight, but to me, it looks like she's content with keeping the fight on the feet. And on the feet, Angela Hill here. My bad, guys. Slipping my tongue here. Angela Hill here should be able to, you know, to control the fight on the feet. Like I said, she's much more technical on the feet. Should be the better striker here. But as you can see, this girl has 4 wins by submission. It says here that she won the JJJF or whatever the fuck, Pan Ams and Worlds as a white belt. And pretty much it looks like she's saying she's pretty much a good jiu-jitsu fighter also. So yeah, purple belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I mean, her stand-up looks okay, but I mean, like I'm saying, I don't know if she's gonna be able to take it to the ground though against Angela Hill, a fighter who's improving her takedown defense. And as we saw, Ashley doesn't really look like she's always going for the takedown either. So the fight is on the feet. I got Hill winning. On DraftKings, I'm gonna have to see those prices, but if Hill's, you know, cheaper by like a lot, I'm gonna pick Hill. If Yoder's you know, if she's the favorite, I'm not gonna pick. Obviously, I'm not gonna pick Yoder. But say if Yoder's kind of cheap, you know, I would pick her on DraftKings just as a pump play. But anyways, as far as my pick, I'd say Angela Hill here wins the fight, guys. She's fought better competition, was the former Invicta champ, and hasn't looked too bad. So yeah, Angela Hill, I think she wins by decision. So Hill by decision. Alright guys, so that's it for my picks. To recap here real quick, I'm picking Aspen Ladd decision, Dollaway a 3rd round knockout, Krause decision, and Angela Hill by decision. Alright guys, so that's it for my picks. Subscribe for more videos. Check out the links below in the description. Follow my Facebook page and whatnot. And stay tuned for the main card. That should be fun breaking that down in a bit. So I'm gonna start watching some tape on this and give you guys my picks in a bit. Alright guys, so that's going to be it. Catch you guys on the next video.